So, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, and it kind of all stemmed from one lucky lottery ticket, a single LinkedIn post. People always say that luck plays a huge factor in your success, and I completely agree. I think you can increase your chances of getting lucky by taking more shots, doing more. And for me, the easiest and best way that I found to do that is through content creation. In the last 2 weeks, a chain of lucky events have happened, starting from that one LinkedIn post, which led to me being featured on 2 Business Insider articles and getting a potential lead. So let me go back to that LinkedIn article and how it started. So I've never been a social media guy. In fact, my first Bookface page, I didn't even create. A friend of mine back in college created it for me. My Instagram account, I barely use it to this date. And all this content creation stuff is just super new for me. And even this YouTube stuff is very new to me, which is why my YouTube videos are so boring, because I'm figuring all of this out as I go. But I knew I needed to delve into social media because no one knows who I am. I need to build my social proof in order for customers to trust that I'm a real person and I'm building something for them. So when I quit Microsoft, I created a LinkedIn post. And that LinkedIn post talked about me quitting and starting entrepreneurship. And LinkedIn ate that shit up because it had the 2 ingredients that LinkedIn loves. 1, quitting big tech, and 2, starting entrepreneurship. And that post ended up getting a lot of interest. And because of that, it caught the attention of one Business Insider journalist. And that got me featured on 2 Business Insider articles, which ended up dropping in the last 2 weeks, both of them. And one of those articles was a solo feature. And I'm pretty sure the only reason why I got solo featured is because all of my stuff got stolen. So I guess something good came out of me losing all my things. Well, that solo feature got the interest of a reader, and that reader reached out to me. So I've been posting on LinkedIn semi-regularly, and from LinkedIn, a lot of people reach out to me. And a lot of the times it's people looking for help, right? They want help with their own journey, like some guidance in terms of entrepreneurship. Sometimes they're looking for help in terms of consultation with AI or programming. And sometimes it's people that want to join me on my venture. So I had like no expectations going into this phone call. So we get onto this call, and it's a little bit different than what other people have been asking for. He starts off by telling me who he is and what company he works for. And he goes into detail about some of the problems that he has with lead generation. And he's going into like his actual problem set, like what he's facing at his company. And he's asking about how to solve it with AI. And at this point, I'm not connecting any of the dots, right? Because he's asking for something really complex. He's talking about not just lead generation, but lead nurturing, and also customer retention and customer support as well. So right now, my mind is completely on problem solving. How do we actually solve this with AI? Because my product, Falco, doesn't do all of what he needs. He's looking for the entire slew of things, and I'm only looking at solving lead generation right now, and only through phone interactions as well. And he's looking for phone and email interactions. So I'm in problem solving mode. How do we solve this? Can I point him to the right solution that exists on the market right now? Maybe he can even build it in-house because his company is so large. And I'm figuring out, okay, this is essentially the problems that you have. You can solve some of it with tool calling, and I'm completely in problem solving mode. But once the conversation starts flowing and I figure out his problem needs, suggest some flows for him, he kind of pivots and starts asking about Falco, my product. So I tell him exactly what my product can do, what problem it's actually solving, and there's a little bit of overlap. And me telling him what my product actually does sparks a little bit of interest in it. And it gets to a point where he asked me for a marketing deck. And I'm a programmer. I have never made a marketing deck before. I have not been involved in any of the sales teams in my previous jobs. So I have no idea how to make a marketing deck. So I ask him, what do you expect to see in this marketing deck? He tells me what he expects to see. And then I say, okay, cool. I'll get that to you as soon as I can. So the call ends, and it's slowly hitting me. Is he a potential lead? Funny enough, I have to fly out to the Dominican Republic. I've had this trip planned from even before I quit my job. So the next day, I fly out, and the day after that, I'm sitting in my resort room, hunched over on a table that is clearly not meant for work, researching on how to build a marketing deck. What goes into a marketing deck, what kind of information is there, how to make it look good. And I get to work. While my friends are out there enjoying the sun and the waves, I'm there working. And luckily, I have a friend that actually does this for a living. So part of her job is creating marketing decks. So before I send it off to the lead, I give it a one pass with her. She tells me some really good feedback, and then I send it off. So all of this stemmed from one LinkedIn post. I'm not special. I'm not doing anything groundbreaking. I'm just taking more shots, and in the form of content creation. Like every one of these posts, every phone call that I get, and in the future, when I start making YouTube videos for my business channel, all of these will be a lottery ticket, a free lottery ticket, a free shot on net. And the thing is, I expect that a lot of these shots, most of these shots, aren't going to land. In fact, this lead is most likely not going to go anywhere. What they need is a lot more extensive than what I offer. But the thing is, with every one of these opportunities, I'm learning more. Even with this lead, I learned how to make a marketing deck. And it also gave me insight onto a real world problem. It validates the problem space that I'm in, and that Falco can actually solve that problem. I just need to keep making these shots, and hopefully one of these shots one day will land. Like, I can't control the outcome, but I can definitely control how many chances I give myself. But in order to take these chances, one thing that I kind of had to overcome is just acting when I'm not feeling ready. Like, I was figuring out the marketing deck on the fly. I still don't feel ready for a client actually using my platform. And even these YouTube videos, I still feel terrible about how boring they are. But the thing is, I'm taking action anyways. So there's this anecdote about a pottery class where the teacher splits up the classroom into two groups. One group is tasked with making one perfect quality pot, whereas the other group is tasked with making 100 pots. Don't think about quality at all, just make 100 pots. And at the end of the semester, the teacher is going to grade on the quality of the pots. And what they found after experimenting multiple times is that the group that is tasked with making 100 pots always makes the better quality pot at the end. That's the approach that I'm taking with everything. My YouTube videos are terrible, and they will continue to be terrible until I slowly get better by getting better talking at the camera, better editing, and things that I'm not even thinking about yet. My platform, it'll probably have some bugs at first, but with an actual client on it, I'll get to iterate and make it better and production ready over time. I'm going to make these pots until the quality comes. And I guess I'm mixing two different ideas right now. One about improving yourself with multiple iterations, and then one about just getting more luck. But I think these two ideas kind of go hand in hand because each pot will improve my quality, but also I think each pot is a lottery ticket. So yeah, this is my current strategy for using content for manufacturing luck. And I hope that one of these shots end up landing. But until it does, I'm gonna use each shot as an opportunity to improve myself 1% one way or another. And if this message resonates with you, I hope you find your avenue of increasing chances for yourself to get lucky. And if you're finding yourself in dire need of some luck, I genuinely wish you some good luck.